Good evening, everybody. Good evening to the dais. Good evening, Professor Sanjay from PHFI, my colleague from Indian Oil, Mr. Pandey, Professor Mehra from ICMR. It's an honor to be here amongst all of you to share the experience, the journey of NHPC in the CSR domain. And today we are going to discuss the journey of CSR by NHPC in the health sector. So I would give you a quick introduction to the organization that I belong to, and before that, I'll just give a glance of what I'm going to talk today. Apart from the description of my organization, I would talk about the CSR allocation and the allocation to health and the impact of the CSR interventions on the local population, the activities that we did during COVID, and the CSR activities that we do for Divyangjans. And before we wrap up the session, I would exclusively mention about the CSR initiative by NHPC for the future generation. That's going to be very interesting, and I would take off. This is we are a Mini Ratna company of the central government of India, and we are running our business in the domain of clean power, that is hydropower, and we are also diversifying into solar, wind, and other green energies that are emerging. The corporate mission, as you can see, that I have put in the red, that we show we have extreme concern for our employees, our customer, the environment, and the society. Keeping that in mind, we have embarked on the path of development in the hydropower sector as well. Quickly, I'll take you through. We have an installed capacity of 7,071 megawatt, and the projects under construction that we have is another 7,600, and another 8,000 plus projects are under clearance. So we are aiming to achieve somewhere around 48,500 megawatt. This is a view of the power stations, the underground power stations, some of the power stations that we have. These are underground power stations. And we have around 4,892 employees. And I would now take you through the journey of CSR. And we have been actively involved in undertaking CSR, keeping focus on education, skill development, health, rural development. And the primary focus has been of CSR activities have been near our power stations. We have around 22 power stations, and we run our philosophy of implementing CSR in the 25 kilometers domain of the power station. And we also do it beyond the 25 kilometers based on the requirements or involvement in the national schemes. The selection of CSR in NHPC has been a bottoms-up approach, and we initially take up projects which are initiated by the stakeholders, that is the district administration, the Gram Panchayat, so that there is no overlapping of funds or overlapping of projects. We have invested somewhere around 637.5 crores, and half of this 637 crore has gone to the health sector. We have around 24 stations which have hospitals and dispensaries, which are all manned, which have all latest facilities, and not only the employees but the local population around these hospitals. They are also taken care of. They are given free Medicare. I would also like to mention that NHPC's presence is in the deep, in the far reaches of the Himalayas, and starting from Uri in Jammu and Kashmir to Subansiri in Arunachal Pradesh. So we are there along all the Himalayan belt, and which has very sparse population and very little medical facilities. So our hospitals, they act as grounding for all these, the local population, where it's very difficult to find medical facilities. All these projects, all these power stations that we have, they regularly conduct free medical camps around there in the far off reaches, and around 6.33 crores has been spent till date on these free medical camps. And we have also donated around 33 ambulances in the neighborhood of all these power stations. These are some of the snaps of these, like you would see, these are all far off places: Itanagar, Bandipura, Gangtok, Tawang in Arunachal, Siliguri, Manipur, Darjeeling. So all these far off places which are usually cut off from the mainland, they are being handled by NHPC. So NHPC has been, to cover all these secluded places, we also engage with certain NGOs and medical institutions like Piramal Foundation, etc., to run medical mobile units. These are fully equipped medical mobile units, and one of the examples of this is this medical mobile unit project was run in Assam, and it covered Dhimaji, Lakhimpur, Majuli, Sonitpur, Vishwanath, so many districts, and around 7.5 lakh beneficiaries have benefited from this program. And NHPC had spent somewhere around 14 crores. And out of this, 60% of the beneficiaries were women and elderly. This is another example of contributing to the society. These are CT scan machines and MRI machine that we gave to Chamba Medical College, costing somewhere around 7.85 and 6.78 crores. And then these are certain endoscopic equipment given to Dr. Hedgewar Institute of Medical Science in Maharashtra, Amravati. These are some snaps from Assam and Arunachal, some medical equipments being given to the district administration. And again, a far-off dispensary. This is a tertiary dispensary in Arunachal. I've been to this place. And this is, apart from giving equipments to the dispensary, we also gave this DG set because of there were power issues in that location. So we also gave these DG sets, etc. And here we gave around 100 crores to the PM CARES Fund to fight COVID. NHPC also contributed for the erection of 6 oxygen plants, and these are all in far-off places. You can see it was Dharchula, that's in Pithoragarh, Uttarakhand, Leh, and one we had in Faridabad, then one in Uttar Pradesh, Siddharthnagar, and 2 were in Khalse, that's Kargil. So, and these are some of the equipments that we gave, cold chain equipments. We gave around 282 cold chain equipments to handle the vaccines for COVID, and we gave it in 3 states, Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, and Arunachal. This is one example, one snap depicting how we contributed to COVID management. These are These were laborers from India going back to Nepal. These were Nepalese laborers. They got stuck up because of the borders getting sealed. And so we have a power station in Dharchula. So all of them were taken care of by the Dharchula, the Pithoragarh power station, Dhauliganga power station. And we took good care of them. All medical facilities were provided to them, apart from their food, ration, clothes, everything was done for them. And this is a snapshot of some of the work that we did during COVID time. Like we had isolation wards set up in our hospitals. We distributed meal packets. We supplied food during the lockdown. We also distributed PPE kits, masks, gloves, sanitizers, disinfectants, testing kits. And this is one of the isolation bed facility created in Salal in Jammu and Kashmir. And this was also during COVID time. We used Air India to transport medical kit and PPE kits on the request of Manipur government. And ration was also distributed. This is one snap just to depict that. And apart from all these COVID measures that we did, safe drinking water is a challenge in all these far-off places. So we are taking care of the safe drinking water, providing safe drinking water. These are certain filtration units that were established in Assam. And we spent around 16.7 crores. So these are a good number of filtration plants that were established, 1,800, so to say. And 9 lakh people have benefited from this facility. These are still functional. These were established somewhere around 2016. These are still functional. And these are doing very good service to the society. These were some RO plants as well, with sanitation complex was also established in Assam and Arunachal. We also, since I mentioned that we are there in the Himalayan belt, so drinking water and transporting drinking water to the population is also a big challenge. So we keep doing this as well. We help the population in providing potable drinking water. We also have done a great contribution in the during the Swachh Vidyalaya Abhiyan. We constructed around 7,000 toilets across the country, and we have spent more than 120 crores. We also have renovated these toilets now, since these were done up in 2015. And so now we have refurbished all the toilets once again. Around 4,051 toilets have been again refurbished in all these schools. We are also taking good care of the Divyangjans in our locality. And as you can see that somewhere around 10 locations, all in the Himalayan belt, they are being covered by NHPC. We keep providing assistive aids and these devices. We have spent somewhere around 3.24 crores and provided around 5,000 assistive devices to the Divyangjans. This is another initiative of NHPC that we have ventured out to support the people with intellectual and development disabilities. Somewhere around, NHPC is helping to set up 20 centers across the country, 9 in Himachal, 6 in Assam, 2 in Jammu and Kashmir, 1 in Ladakh, 1 in Arunachal and Tripura. So these kids would be provided with trainers, good trainers, to help them come up and perform in the local, district and state and national and even international sports tournaments. And around, we plan to cover around 600 beneficiaries through this program, and we would reach up to almost 1,000 beneficiaries. This is one, as I was mentioning, for the future generation. This initiative, we are engaging, getting in partnership with PHFI. where Dr. Sanjay is heading the organization right now. And we intend to establish 10,000 clubs, social health clubs. This social health club, the website is on now, and schools can register, and they can start their activities and upload their activities. They can also learn from the other member schools. And we intend to establish, as I said, we have right now 116 clubs as of now, and we intend to gear it up and take it up to 10,000 in the coming years. And PHFI is going to play a big role in achieving this gigantic role. With these, I say thank you.